हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू स्टडीजेस्ट द वर्ल्ड ऑफ एजुकेशनल सॉल्यूशंस। स्टडीजेस्ट एक ऐसा यूनिक प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पे आपको हर एक टाइप का एजुकेशन सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड किया जाता है। सो इन टुडेज क्लास विल फोकस ऑन द एकेडमिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू द मैथमेटिक्स चैप्टर ऑफ बैंकिंग, दैट इज ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विस टैक्स. Continued. In previous classes, we have discussed about the basic terminologies and what is GST. Basically, we got a fair idea what is GST. We know when it was implemented, and we've also seen that what are the definitions of basic terminology like dealer, what is the definition of cost price, and etc. In today's classes, we'll be digging further into this chapter of GST, and we'll be knowing how to calculate GST. Right. So let us begin the topic today. So let us see today's content. We'll be knowing something about GST, and we'll be seeing how to calculate GST basically in this class. So before starting our class, let me just remind you of our social media platform that we are having. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Strategist Academic. You can like us on Facebook by writing this. You can join our Telegram link by writing Strategist Schools from 7 to 10. You can also click on this link given over here. You can see the page screenshot is given provided also. So there are some advantages. If you join this channel, you will be given some advantages. Let me tell you, let me just brief it out. So we are having live classes. So this live classes module will be provided on this channel from time to time. Also, you will be provided with the lots and lots of study material so that you can practice and do your homework very properly. And most important thing is your doubts. The doubts you are arising while you are attending the classes, you can arise in our platform or on our forum of Telegram, and your doubts will be cleared in no time. So make sure to join our Telegram channel. Also follow us on Instagram by writing Strategist, and also you can join our WhatsApp channel or WhatsApp group by writing this number. Also, if you want some more information, you can log into our website, that is www.strategist.in. So this is how our YouTube channel looks like, Strategist Academy. Please make sure that you subscribe this channel, and also this is how our Facebook page looks like. Make sure to like this channel, also share it among your friends so that they also get benefited from this unique platform of Strategist. So let us begin our topic today. So we'll see. Yeah, I was telling you about GST in previous class. So we'll be seeing why GST. Why? What is the necessary of GST? Right? Why it is necessary? So, first of all, why GST was implemented? It was to remove the disparity of taxes between the state, to bring about uniformity in the rate of taxation on goods and services throughout the country. Right? So, previously what used to have before 2017 1st July, it was happening, the scenario was that if the tax of Madhya Pradesh is more, maybe if you compare the tax of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, you will see that the tax of Uttar Pradesh is much higher than the Madhya Pradesh. So something, this kind of scenario was there, more or less. If you see the total tax scenario, but after implementation of GST, the reason was that to implement GST was to give the uniform taxation, like to remove the disparity of taxes in different states, as it is given over here, so that they can have a uniform tax. Right. So this is what was the main motive. So that this is the you have also heard about this notion also, that one nation, one tax was the aim of the government in implementing GST. So government was trying to implement that there should be there is one nation of India. We are a part of India. We call ourselves Indians, right? So why not tax also like that? We behave like in a similar manner. So government tried to implement that if there is one nation, there should be one tax, and this is the main motto for implementing of GST. Understood? Also, to remove the complexity of state tax and central taxes. There is also difference between the central and central taxes and state taxes, and there was disputes previously sometimes. So to remove this complexness, this GST was implemented. Also to reduce tax evasion, so that nobody can evade tax. The main motive was also this also, because GST is expected to bring buoyancy to the government revenue by widening the tax base. So the thing is that previously what used to have is some person, maybe a businessman is there, XYZ, he used to evade the service tax or that kind of things or something, some evasion, tax evasion he used to do previously. But after implementation of GST, there is one tax. How will evade that? Isn't it? And if you are evading tax, that means what is the result of that? That means you are making your country weak. You are not paying the taxes. Government, I have told you last classes, main motive of the government, main expenditure that government manages out is from taxes. Taxes is the main thing from which the government get the revenue, and he implemented different rules and policies. They are making roads, government is making some bridges, or maybe some school or colleges. So from where money will come if the person will evade tax, right? So that is not good, and this is not, should not be also, because it will hampers the development of a nation. So to remove that barrier, so that nobody can evade tax, GST was implemented. Also, the minimize physical interference between taxpayer and tax authorities, thereby reducing taxpayer difficulties. So previously there was VAT, there was excise duty, there was service charges and everything, XYZ. So this was like a burden for the taxpayers. So they have to fill up n number of forms. But this is not the scenario after the implementation of GST. On single tax, so that the taxpayer also get only single form to fill up, and it becomes very easy. So this has to also minimize the physical interference also to remove the multiplicity of taxes, so that sometimes what happens, n number of times it happened in past that they have given for one goods they have given multiple times of same taxes, right? Like sales taxes is implemented for 2 times, or service charges taken 2 times, so that this type of complexity doesn't arise. GST was implemented with that motive also to avoid cascading effect like double taxation, what I've told. So this will be explained in further in this class also. So see, this was main motives with a few reasons to implement GST, right? Now, how GST works, how we do GST. See, every businessman pays GST on purchase made by him and collect GST on sale of his goods. Like a person, a businessman is there, he is selling some goods. So when a person is selling some good, a buyer is buying from him, he have to pay the GST. Also, the raw material that a businessman is purchasing to make the finished good, he is also paying GST for that. So how the GST thing is working? The difference between the GST collected on sale and GST paid on purchase is deposited by and with the government. So this difference is that between the sale and purchase, this GST is deposited by the government. How it is happening? So the tax deposited with the government is equal to, now what the government is getting, GST collected by GST paid. Like GST, let me say I am having a shop. I am having a shop of chocolates. So I am getting the chocolates from Cadbury. Let me say that Cadbury or Nestle. So I am paying tax to that. I am getting that. That is called as purchase. That is called GST paid. I am giving him. And after that, I am selling it to some customers. They are also paying GST for that same chocolate. So that is called as GST collected. I am collecting GST. I am paying GST and I am collecting GST. This is the difference. This difference is what is deposited to the government. Right. So GST on sale price minus GST on purchase price. Similarly, we can take GST like sale price minus purchase price. This is called as GST on value addition. This is called as GST on value addition. This ensures that only the value addition is taxes. This is to ensure that check that government, I am paying something and I am also collecting that. So I am getting that money back, what I am paying. Though it is ensured that value addition is only taxes. The extra that value, that is only the value of the product, is only taxes. So this to make sure this scenario this is happening because of to make sure that the value addition is only tax, nothing else, right? So this is how the scenario works in GST. I hope you are getting what I am telling, isn't it? If you are not getting, just raise your doubts on your forum so that we can clear it in no time, right? Just make sure of that. Just raise your doubts. Okay, आप doubt नहीं पूछेंगे तो आपका doubt clear नहीं होगा, right? तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now let us take some important note for GST. A consumer, end user, cannot claim GST paid by him. See, a consumer who is using some good, I am buying a laptop, for example, let me say I am buying a smartphone, right? I am getting him, I am giving him GST, but I cannot claim it back. Give me my GST, I have given it, now give me back. I am using that product, right? So basically, consumer who is taking the end user, he is the one who pays the GST. And the middle person, everyone what everyone is processing, their GST is returning this back because they are not using that product. Like a dealer is there, for example, a mobile dealer is there. Like example, let's say that Samsung dealer is there. A person is paying GST to Samsung to get that product, and also is collecting that GST from the consumer, from the customer also, but he's getting that back. But a customer cannot get back that GST because he's using that product, he's using that smartphone, right? So he'll not get back. So a consumer end user cannot claim the GST paid by him, right? Understood? Next, Only a person or an organization registered with GST can charge and collect GST on sale or transfer of goods and services. Only a person or organization you are provided with a GST number, so they have to register in specific forums like GST. There is GST department, they should have specific GST number, right? They should have to say that, they have to tell that there is an organization or a person who is having a personal business, that kind of entity, they should be entitled with the GST department. They should be having they should have a GST number, proper GST number. So this person can only collect the GST on sale. If I am having no GST number, I am not registered with GST, but I am saying that I am having a shop, let's say a pawn shop, and I am collecting GST for that. I cannot do that because I am not registered. Right? So every person who is having GST registered, they can only collect the GST on sale or transfer of goods and services. Understood? It's very easy, right? Now, anyone who charges GST has to mention the GST registration number on the bill. Like I'm giving a bill, right? I'm getting a bill from any dealer or Samsung dealer or someone, let's say XYZ. I'm getting a bill. Their GST number should be mentioned. That this is the GST number, I am paying this. Everything should be crystal clear, should be transparent, right? So that nobody can feel that my money is getting wasted or somebody is looting me. So that should not be the criteria. So everything should be crystal clear. Like GST नंबर शुड बी मेंशन, बिल के ऊपर वो देता है. आप देखिएगा, आप कोई भी प्रोडक्ट खरीदे होंगे अभी तक, ये फोन तो अभी तो देख रहे होंगे, फोन पे अभी ये वीडियो देख रहे होंगे, तो फोन जो आप खरीदे होंगे बिल देखिए, चेक कीजिए, उसके ऊपर जीएसटी नंबर लिखा हुआ रहेगा. अगर वो फोन आप 2017 के बाद खरीदे होंगे तो, राइट, चेक कीजिएगा एक बार, बताइएगा आपको कितना जन को मिला है. नीचे हम लोग कमेंट कीजिएगा फोरम में कि कितना जन को आप जीएसटी नंबर हम लोग ढूंढ पाए हैं आप लोग. ठीक है, ओके, चलिए लेट्स मूव अहेड. ओके, let us just continue. So I was telling about more point about GST. So let us discuss some more point about GST. So GST is a destination based consumption tax. Hence the place of consumption decide who will collect the tax, that is state government or central government. Like GST is a destination based. So इसका मतलब क्या है? डेस्टिनेशन के मतलब क्या है? कोई जगह आपका डिपेंड करता है, डिसाइड करता है आपका जीएसटी क्या होगा. इफ यू आर इन वेस्ट बंगाल, लेट अस से यू आर इन वेस्ट बंगाल, और इफ यू से यू आर इन मध्य प्रदेश और उत्तर प्रदेश समवेयर, सो देयर विल जीएसटी विल बी डिफरेंट फॉर दैट प्लेसेस, because the GST for like in Madhya Pradesh cannot be equal to like Uttar Pradesh or West Bengal, because every state has different GST pattern, right? So central government GST is remaining the same, more or less the same, but the state government will it will vary. If you are also importing some goods from different state, from Madhya Pradesh to West Bengal, let's say, तो वहां भी आपका GST डिफरेंट हो जाएगा. तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द लोकेशन यू आर प्रिसाइडिंग ऑन और डिसाइडिंग इन. सो जीएसटी इज अ डेस्टिनेशन बेस्ड टैक्स. आपको समझ में आया क्यों डेस्टिनेशन बेस्ड हो रहा है, राइट? नीचे कमेंट करके बताइएगा फोरम में कि क्या है डेस्टिनेशन बेस्ड, क्यों हो रहा है, ताकि हम लोग को भी जानना चाहिए ना, हम लोग का स्टूडेंट कितना ले रहा है, क्लास से कितना ले पा रहा है, राइट? तो एक बार डिसाइड नीचे अगर बता दीजिएगा. GST is applicable on every type of movement of goods and services. So every type of movement of goods and services is applicable for GST, right? And GST is basically of three types. That is, what are the types of GST? We'll see. So first is central GST, CGST. We call this in short as CGST. So when a central government for when the central GST जो होता है CGST is collected by central government for the interstate transaction or movement of goods and services. In case CGST is beneficiary to central government. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, आप एक स्टेट से दूसरा स्टेट में सामान मंगवा रहे हैं या कुछ कर रहे हैं या लेके जा रहे हैं, तो उसमें क्या होता है, वो जो सर्विसेज के लिए जो टैक्स देना पड़ता है वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास जाता है. तो दिस इज व्हाट इज टर्म्ड एज सीजीएसटी और सेंट्रल गुड्स एंड सर्विस टैक्स. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, टर्म आ गया इंट्रा स्टेट, मीन सप्लाई विद इन द सेम स्टेट. मतलब यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि इट कलेक्टेड बाय द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट फॉर द इंट्रा स्टेट ट्रांजेक्शन और मूवमेंट ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, बेसिकली क्या है, सेम स्टेट के अंदर हो रहा है. इंटरस्टेट नहीं, सेंट्रल स्टेट सीजीएसटी एप्लीकेबल होता है. सॉरी फॉर दैट, सीजीएसटी जो एप्लीकेबल होता है वो आपका सेम स्टेट के अंदर होता है. तो सेम स्टेट के अगर आप कोई भी गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आपका ट्रांजेक्शन हो रहा है इंटर स्टेट में, स्टेट के अंदर में, मान लीजिए एक स्टेट है, स्टेट ऑफ लेट्स से दिस इज द स्टेट ऑफ सम XYZ स्टेट. इसके अंदर यहाँ से एक पॉइंट से लेके 1 पॉइंट से लेके सेकंड पॉइंट तक, ये दोनों पॉइंट के अंदर गुड्स एंड सर्विस टैक्स एक्सचेंज हो रहा है. तो ये जो यहाँ पे जो टैक्स है ये जाएगा सेंट्रल के, सीजीएसटी होगा. ठीक है, तो दिस इज व्हाट इज द सीजीएसटी. So this is interstate. Interstate means within the same state. This is given to central government. Beneficiary कौन है? एंड में किसके पास जा रहा है? सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास जा रहा है, राइट? नेक्स्ट, लेट मी जस्ट रिमूव दिस आउट, 1 minute. Now, second is state GST, like SGST or Union Territory GST, UGST, right? So, which is collected by the state government or Union Territory for intrastate or interstate or Union Territory transaction or movement of goods and services. In case SGST, the beneficiary is the state government. In case of UGST, beneficiary is the Union. Same wise Union Territory. यहाँ पर भी क्या हो रहा है? स्टेट के अंदर जहाँ पे हो रहा है, तो वो भी आपका क्या हो रहा है? SGST में डिवाइड हो जा रहा है. तो आप बोलेंगे सर सेंट्रल को भी दे रहे हैं पैसा, स्टेट को भी दे रहे हैं पैसा, डबल लग जा रहा है ना? ऐसा नहीं है. आप जो टोटल दे रहे हैं जीएसटी, उसी को पार्ट कर दिया जाता है. वो मैं डिस्कस करूंगा कैसे वो सेंट्रल जीएसटी और एसजीएसटी डिवाइड होता है, वो मैं आपको बाद में डिस्कस करूंगा. मगर एक स्टेट के अंदर आप जब करते हैं ट्रांजेक्शन, तो आपका 2 टाइप ऑफ जीएसटी लगता है. एक आपका सीजीएसटी लगता है और आपका एसजीएसटी लगता है. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया पूरा सिनेरियो एक ही स्टेट के अंदर, विद इन अ सेम स्टेट. व्हेन यू आर जस्ट गिविंग द सर्विसेज और यू आर टेकिंग, व्हेन यू आर moving some goods from one place to another, then the scenario is this: you are paying CGST and SGST within the state. Okay, now another type of GST calls integrated GST or IGST, which is levied by the central government for interstate transaction or movement, including imports of goods and services. When you are importing some good from outside, also when you are taking it from one state to another, then you are also giving one more tax, that is IGST. In this case, GST value becomes a little bit more, because IGST also come into play when you are importing goods from one state to another state, right? So when interstate means supply from one state to another state. So inter means one state to another state. When this scenario comes, this tax IGST, it goes to the central government. So this whole there I was telling the central government CGST. So in that case, I told that interstate. So this is how central government is taking in the form of IGST, not CGST. I was telling. So when there is interstate, like one state to another, मध्य प्रदेश से कोई सामान जाके बंगाल में जा रहा है, या मध्य प्रदेश से मान ले उत्तर प्रदेश में जा रहा है, तो वहां पे क्या हो रहा है? आपका इंटीग्रेटेड जीएसटी हो रहा है. या मान लीजिए कि केरला से जा रहा है आपका महाराष्ट्र, तो वहां पे आपका क्या होगा? इंटीग्रेटेड जीएसटी, आईजीएसटी लगेगा. दैट इज पेएबल टू सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को आप पे करेंगे, राइट? दिस इज व्हाट द कंसेप्ट ऑफ आईजीएसटी इज इन द केस ऑफ इंटरस्टेट सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. However, central government later distribute IGST between the respective state government as per the law. इसमें क्या होता है? पहले तो ले लेता है इंटीग्रेटेड जीएसटी जो है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास जाता है. ये जो है आईजीएसटी, ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देता है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट किसके पास? स्टेट में, डिफरेंट स्टेट के पास. तो ये जो आप आईजीएसटी पे कर रहे हैं, व्हाट यू आर पेइंग दैट आईजीएसटी, दैट इज गेटिंग डिवाइडेड ऑन द स्टेट फ्रॉम व्हिच गुड इज इनिशिएटेड, जहां पे वो शुरू हो रहा है चलना, और जहां पे जाके खत्म हो रहा है, दोनों स्टेट के अंदर डिवाइड कर देता है ये जो आईजीएसटी गवर्नमेंट कलेक्ट करता है. Understood? This is how the types of GST is. I hope you are getting everything, right? Just you need to focus on the screen. If you give your 100% focus, then everything will be clear, right? Let us move ahead. Now, if in the case of intrastate transaction, the seller collects both CGST and SGST from the buyer and deposits CGST to the central government and SGST to state government. That is what I am discussing. In general, tax collected from the intrastate movement of the goods, that is inside the state, the service is to be charged equally by the central government and state government. तो equal distribution मैं बता रहा था ना, नेक्स्ट में बताऊंगा कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है. मान लीजिए एक जगह का रेट है, रेट ऑफ जीएसटी इज 18%, लेट अस टेल. तो सीजीएसटी जो होगा, सेंट्रल जीएसटी होगा, दैट विल बी 9% एंड द रेट ऑफ एसजीएसटी विल बी 9%. तो both will be like 9% and 9%. That is how we'll differentiate the GST. Like if total 18% is there, not that total 18% are not payable to the central government. The 9% of that GST will be given to central government and 9% of the GST will be given to state government. Right? So it varies from state to state. As I have said, it is destination based. Now, in case of interstate movement of goods and services, the seller collects IGST from the buyer and deposits it with the central government. Therefore, rate of GST is 18% and rate of IGST is 18%, right? So the GST that is here it is increasing, right? So if you are paying the GST, let's say it's 18%, so here IGST also provide with the 18%. So this IGST will be nothing but equal to GST. So this is what is the takeaway point. So basically ये जो GST है, it remains the same for every, it depends on goods. नॉट ऑन स्टेट बेसिकली। स्टेट में वो क्या होता है, वो उतना ये नहीं फर्क नहीं पड़ता, क्योंकि मोर और लेस इट इज एवरीवेयर इट इज सेम। So it basically depends on goods what you are taking. Luxury good, it is different. A necessity good, that is different. So it comes like more or less the scenario will be different for every time kinds of goods you are purchasing. Not on state. I was telling that state, but it is not state. But it is all on goods, not on state, right? So this is what is happening. So आप देख रहे हैं गुड्स अब एक स्टेट से दूसरा स्टेट लेके जा रहे हैं, जीएसटी व्हाट यू आर पेइंग टू द स्टेट, दैट सेम अमाउंट यू आर पेइंग एज आईजीएसटी. So automatically it becomes, if you take 18 plus 18, that is 36%. It's no joke. That 36 means in 100 rupees, 36 rupees you are paying to the government as this for the goods you are taking or you are transferring from other state. So this is what is the tax becomes higher for this, right? So this is for the interstate movement. Understood कैसे division हो रहा है SGST, CGST and IGST, right? Now remember. The rate of GST are 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28% as applicable. तो ये जो है ये वेरी करता है, स्टेट पे नहीं वेरी करता है, ये जो वेरी करता है. I told you it's applicable from state to state, but more or less the state it remains the same. It varies on the types of goods basically. So 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28% as applicable. The justification behind this multi-tax system is that essential goods or service cannot be taxed at the same rate to luxury goods. तो एक आप गाड़ी खरीद रहे हो मर्सिडीज, राइट, वो आपका क्या है, लग्जरी है. आप तो ऑल्टो में भी ट्रेवल कर सकते हो ना, आप तो मारुति में भी ट्रेवल कर सकते हो, क्या आपका जरूरत है वो मर्सिडीज का, तो दैट इज लग्जरी. यू आर हैविंग मोर मनी, दैट्स व्हाई यू कैन बाई, दैट इज लग्जरी. सो टैक्स एप्लीकेबल फ्रॉम दैट एंड अ टैक्स एप्लीकेबल ऑन अ ऑल्टो शुड बी सेम, कैन नॉट बी, बिकॉज अ पर्सन मे बी ही इज नीडिंग दैट ऑल्टो फॉर टैक्सी पर्पस, फॉर हिज लाइवलीहुड पर्पस, so that becomes necessity. That doesn't remains as luxury for him, for that Alto. He can give it as a business purpose for taxi, for cab services. So that is necessity for him. But a guy who is buying a Mercedes, it is luxury for him, right? So that taxes, that both tax cannot be the same. So basically these goods remains like on this good the rates of GSTs are different or taxes are different. Clearly on essential goods and services rate of GST is less and on luxury goods and services GST is more. Basically आप ज्यादा पैसा देके लग्जरी गुड खरीद रहे हो, आईफोन खरीद रहे हो, उसका जो आपका होगा वो आईफोन क्या है, आपका तो नॉर्मल फोन में भी काम हो जाएगा. आपका एक मान लीजिए एमआई का फोन है या आपका सैमसंग का फोन है, उसमें भी तो काम हो जाएगा ना, जो आईफोन में होगा वहां पर भी आपका पीडीएफ चलेगा, नेट चलेगा. मगर एप्पल का फोन जो आईफोन है वो क्या है, वो आपका लग्जरी है, नेसेसिटी नहीं है. मगर एक एप्पल दूसरा सैमसंग या एमआई का जो फोन है जिसके पास स्मार्टफोन नहीं है वो खरीद रहा है, तो उसके पास वो क्या नेसेसिटी है, क्योंकि वो जो फीचर्स है उस पे ही मिलेगा, उसके कम पे फोन में नहीं मिलेगा, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाट. तो आपका जो टैक्स होगा लग्जरी पे ज्यादा होगा और एसेंशियल, क्योंकि इसका जरूरत है. और आपका जो एप्पल का फोन है उसमें कहीं सारा एमआई आ जाएगा, है कि नहीं, या कहीं सारे सैमसंग आ जाएगा, डिपेंड्स व्हिच मॉडल यू आर बाइंग. सो तो दिस हैपेंस. सो कहीं सारे ये आपका क्या होगा, नेसेसिटी आपका जो फुलफिल कर रहा है, तो इसका जो रेट होगा जीएसटी वो कम ही होगा ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि ये लग्जरी पर्पस तो है नहीं. मगर जो आप एप्पल आईफोन ले रहे हो वो लग्जरी पर्पस है, तो उसमें आपका ज्यादा जीएसटी आपको पे करना पड़ेगा, राइट? However, gold, diamond, electricity, petroleum products, alcoholic drinks and stamp duties are taxed separately by central government and individual state government. तो ये सब केसेस में आपको याद रखना है, गोल्ड, डायमंड, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट्स, अल्कोहलिक ड्रिंक्स, स्टैम्प ड्यूटीज, ये सब में क्या होता है, सेंट्रल और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अलग से आपका टैक्स लेता है, राइट? So this is what the takeaway point. So and there is one more important point is GST is calculated on the sale price obtained after deducting the discount if any from the list price. Like we are deducting something, right? मतलब आपको कोई डिस्काउंट प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा है दुकान में, डिस्काउंट के बाद जो प्राइस हो रहा है लिस्ट प्राइस में, फ्रॉम द लिस्ट प्राइस द डिस्काउंट के बाद आप प्राइस दे रहे हैं, उसके ऊपर आपका जीएसटी चार्ज होगा. नहीं, मान लीजिए एक आपका कोई फ्लिपकार्ट या अमेजोन पे 5000 का प्रोडक्ट था, वो आपकी कट करके आपका दे रहा है 50% ऑफ, 50% of 2500. So you will pay GST on this 2500 only, not on 5000, right? Because what you are paying, you will pay on that. No, it's as simple as that. So this is what is the takeaway point. Now let us calculate some GST point. Let us see some questions on GST. Here it is given that a dealer in a city buys some goods worth rupees 6000. अच्छी बात है. कोई एक given, you have to write this in examination, like this whole thing. Given data. Given data is that dealer buys, or you can write like this, cost price of the good equal to rupees 6,000. Right. Now, if the rate of GST is 18%, find out how much dealer will pay for the what goods. So आप यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली बोल सकते हो कि 18% है, you calculate 18% and add it out. But if you do that, you will not get half marks, you will not get full marks. तो you have to direct यहाँ पे आपको दिखाना है कि आपको क्या क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे क्या क्या आपका आ रहा है, you have to show that. So here it is given that GST equal to 18%. So CGST will be how much? बोलिए कितना होगा? CGST कितना होगा? 9% होगा. और SGST क्या होगा? 9% होगा. इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है ना, तो बता रहा था कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कुछ ज्यादा मांग लेगा तो स्टेट नाराज हो जाएगा, स्टेट ज्यादा मांग लेगा तो सेंट्रल नाराज हो जाएगा. तो कहीं पर भी आपको दोनों में बैलेंस करके चलना है कि नहीं? तो ये इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है, तो नाराज नहीं करना है किसी को, है क्या? नाराज नहीं करना है. तो इसके बाद क्या होगा? तो we'll see that, we'll calculate for first of all CGST will be equal to how much? 9% of 9 by 100 into 6,000. 9% of 6,000, no? So 9 by 100 into 6,000. So nothing but it will be 540 rupees. Right? And SGST how much will be? It will be 9% of 6,000. Nothing but it will be also 540. So total tax will be equal to, ये आपको लिखना है एग्जाम में पूरा एकदम. आप कोई भी स्टेप जंपिंग करेंगे, आपका स्टेप मार्किंग एग्जाम में आपका क्या होगा? मार्क्स कट जाएगा. तो डोंट डू स्टेप जंपिंग, यू हैव टू राइट ईच एंड एवरी स्टेप क्लियरली इन योर कॉपी, राइट? एग्जाम कॉपी. सो इट विल बी SGST प्लस CGST. सो दिस विल बी हाउ मच? 540 प्लस 540 कितना हो रहा है? 540 प्लस 540 1080 आपका टोटल टैक्स होगा. देयरफॉर डीलर विल पे 6,000 plus 1080, nothing but 7,080. This will be the total amount paid by the dealer after paying the GST. तो ये जो कैलकुलेशन है आपको दिखाना है, CGST और SGST क्या हो रहा है? 18%. बिकॉज आपको लिखा है, वी नो दैट, यहाँ पे लिखना है. ये लिखने के बाद बिकॉज वी नो दैट CGST equal to 18%, CGST equal to 9%, and SGST equal to 9%. यार लिखना है CGST equal to SGST, ये आपको दिखाना है, we know that, ये आपको लिखना है. तो ये सब आपको स्टेप बाय स्टेप आपको लिख के आंसर निकालना है, तभी आपका फुल मार्क्स आप एक्सपेक्ट कर पाओगे एग्जाम में. Got it? I hope you have got this sum. Let's move forward in another sum. Now here given below are the cost of some financial services in the same city taxable under GST. So cost of services are 500, 300, 400 and 600. If the rate of GST is 12%, find the amount of GST on the services. Here also it begins the same. So here given that cost of services are, first cost of services, given cost of services कितना दिया है? 500, sorry let me write this clearly, 500 plus 300 plus total, let me write total. Okay, so 500 plus 300 plus 400 plus 600 कितना हो जा रहा है? 6 plus 4 1000, 1500, 6 7 8 1800. टोटल सर्विस कितना हो रहा है? 1800 का हो रहा है ना. 6 plus 4 10 plus 15 16 17 18 1800 हो रहा है. Now it is given that GST equal to 12%. So what will be CGST? कितना होगा? बोलिए कितना होगा? 6%. हाफ ना, बताया था ना, बार बोल रहा हूँ ना, CGST और SGST सेम होता है. तो CGST 6%, तो यहाँ पे कितना हो जाएगा? इक्वल टू 6% ऑफ 1800. ₹114 नहीं, कितना हो रहा है? 6 4 2 606 7 8 84 रुपीज, सॉरी 114 बोल रहा हूँ, 84 रुपीज हो जाएगा. So this will be 84. You have to show that calculation also, right? How it will be, you have to show this also, right? So it will be 84. Now SGST, how much it will be? 6%. I think was 6 by 100 of 1800. Sorry, this will be 88. 1 minute. Right, 88. Sorry. So this will be 108, sorry, 108, sorry, it will be 108. Let me just write this. So this will be 108, this will be 108. So this is the total CGST and SGST. तो कितना हो रहा है 108 plus 108 कितना हो रहा है 216. This is what the total amount of GST paid on the services. तो यहाँ पर आप ऐसे कर सकते हो डायरेक्टली आप बोल सकते थे यहाँ पर टोटल आपका दिया है 12%, 12 by 100 into 1800, ये भी कर सकते थे. तो यहाँ पे आपका क्या हो जाता है 216 डायरेक्टली आ जाता ना, 180 प्लस 216 डायरेक्ट आ जाता. मगर क्या होता है यहाँ पे आपका दिक्कत क्या होता है, आपका मार्क्स यहाँ पे कट जाता. तो यहाँ पे क्या है करेक्ट स्टेप, आपको ये जो आप तोड़ के दिखा रहे हैं दिस इज द करेक्ट स्टेप. आपको एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में भी ऐसे ही करना है, आपको स्टेप नहीं जाम करना है. ठीक है, आई एम टेलिंग यू फ्रॉम द डे वन ऑल दिस थिंग्स, राइट? So that's all for today's class. I hope you have got the fair idea how to calculate GST, what is different types of GST, why GST was implemented, and I hope you after from next class onwards you will have no problem in understanding what is CGST and SGST. And in some later classes we'll be seeing about dealing with IGST also. So hope you like the session. If you have liked the session, make sure to like, share and subscribe with your friends, and also share them so that they also get benefited from this platform. Till now, so this was all about today. We'll meet you in the next class with some more concept of GST. Till then, take care, goodbye, and keep preparing hard for your examination.